I've been waiting over a year for these sets, and now that I finally get them, I have homework that really cannot wait. Life is so difficult. Hey, what's up you guys, it's MCLegoboy, and man, it has been forever. It's been, well, okay, hasn't been forever, but it's been over a year. But we now finally have Series 4 of the Planet sets. So, just, yeah. And it's really weird having boxes that don't have piece numbers and like other things on there. Like, it's really weird, but yeah, I think I got like 2 of these are from Japan and another one's from somewhere. I don't know where. But I think this one was $23, this one was $15, and this one was $18. Something very close to that. I'm not entirely sure. Don't say I'm 100% accurate on my numbers. I just know that the total price was like just over $58. And to me, like that's about double of what it would have cost a year ago. But seeing as they weren't ever released in the United States, I'm considering that a pretty good deal. So yes, anyway. Series 4, we have 75009 Snowspeeder and Hoth, 69 pieces. 75010 B-Wing Starfighter and Endor, 83 pieces. And 75011 Tuntiv 4 and Alderaan, 102 pieces. So, yeah, we will try to do this as best as we can. If you guys do remember the other Planet set reviews, I'm going to try and limit it down to about 5 minutes for each one of these. So in total, we should have about a 20-minute review, like including like this opening bit and the ending bit and stuff like that. So let's get to it. Alright, so here's 75009 Snowspeeder and Hoth. And I have no idea how this really compares to the others right now because this is the only one that I've built so far. So, yeah, I'll get to the whole comparison thing at the end. So, yes, we'll start off with a minifigure, like always. And as you can see, double torso printing, no double head print, which is nice because you end up seeing like this little strap thing down there. It's just not good. But yes, comparing this guy to the other pilot that we have gotten, there are a bunch of differences actually. For one, the colors are different, and I think that's mainly because this is Hoth stuff. So I mean, the white gloves kind of make a little bit more sense. But comparing him to the one that came in the X-Wing, bunch of different details are added in, like wrinkled up hood redesign on that thing. There's a belt piece that's going across, or the strap belt, of course. And then there's all that leg printing going on too. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. A little disappointed that he doesn't come with a blaster, but still, I think it's pretty good. So yeah, next we'll get on to the base. The base is pretty standard, little printed piece like always, and comes with the same type of a design that was in Series 3. You just take your Snowspeeder and you clip it on there. And then I'll go over the planet first. I really like the way that Hoth is designed. I mean, you never really get to see a lot of Hoth from the outside, just kind of shots of them kind of getting onto the base, and then, or like the Imperial probes landing on Hoth, and then the rebels leaving Hoth. I mean, you don't actually see much of the outside of Hoth, so getting pictures like that, I mean, it's cool. So, and I like how they've done this whole tropical zone thing, being more blues than whites. I mean, it makes logical sense. Some strange pieces of information. There's some silver that's printed on here. It's pretty crazy. Oh, by the way, please excuse my dirty fingernails. That's what happens when you work with charcoal for weeks. It does not come out from underneath fingernails and the little fingerprint lines. I don't know what they're called. But yeah, and then there's this weird little section where like there's some kind of, it looks like blood, but it's actual printing that's put on there. So the only thing I can think of what that could be, but it's only in those two spots, are like hot spots, because the Earth also has hot spots. So this might be some volcanic action going on, but still, like, it's nowhere else on here, so I'm not quite sure why that was put there, or what all this kind of silver stuff is. I guess it's supposed to kind of mimic ice, but you never know. But yeah, very, very cool looking planet. All right. And now that we've wasted 4 minutes going over stuff other than the actual thing that matters, yes, the snowspeeder. It's good. It could be better, in my opinion. It's a little tall, I think. I think it's a little tall, and you know, there's no way to really gauge on how far these wings are supposed to go down. The only way you can do that is just bend it like flat on the table. Take the wing and you just push down, if you can actually push down. Nice printed piece there. So, and it actually ends up looking more like some other ship, to be honest. Like, this could be a little windscreen thing and stuff like that. So, I don't know, it's good. I think it could be better, of course, but I think I remember a lot of people kind of having an issue mainly with the snowspeeder, that it wasn't as good as it could be, and I agree with that. It's a little chubby, in my opinion. A little too much like the successors of the planet sets, the microfighters. So yes, just take that, hit one of the tubes on the bottom, maybe. It does that. And then the planet, of course, you just take this, take that off, throw that down inside, and take all your extra pieces. Nice place to store extra pieces. So yeah, there you go with 75009. Now let's get on to 75010. Alright, so here's 75010, B-Wing Starfighter and Endor. And a little oddity about this, they put the moon, that's the moon, not the actual planet of Endor. And it's a little surprising that they actually did the planet of Endor. I think you do actually see it very, like, faint little blue thing in the distance of the battle. But you do see something, and all that Endor is a gas giant, or at least some form of a gaseous, or gaseous, I don't know, planet that would be close enough to a star to possibly support life for moons and stuff like that. So it's the moon of Endor, which is also called Endor. It's the system of Endor, because, I mean, the moon is like the only hospitable thing in that system. So, just like little fun facts and Star Wars trivia for all you nerds out there. Oh, man. Yeah. So, yeah, not going to do that again. Minifigure is, I don't know, he's okay. Kind of like this guy better. Just kidding. Oh, man. He comes with back printing. He comes with front printing, hip printing, leg printing. This dude is, like, decked out, ready to go. So, yeah. Very cool. I think it might be the same head that came with the Naboo pilot. Not sure. But, yeah, I mean, really awesome looking minifigure. And then, also the base. Got the going on. And a whole different way to attach the ship on there. Nice little clip system with a 3-length black bar. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking this set and getting that black bar for a bunch of stupid things. But, yeah, planet. Looks great. Again, this thing. Just yank it off, throw it in there. And, include all of your telescopes and lightsabers and visors and guns and cheese slopes and studs and plates in there. That's a whole slew of extra pieces. It's awesome. Ooh, people are breaking into my house. No, just kidding. Alright, so now on to the really important part of the set, the B-Wing. I remember the brick set review, they kind of panned this. I love it. I think it's awesome. I mean, the wings can fold down, this nice printed cockpit piece. And you can totally do the whole, like, gyroscoping thing that the B-Wing actually does, which is awesome. I mean, like, just, yeah, it's cool. And I like how they printed it, like, they made sure that it printed even with not, like, the stud, but, like, the stud hole area. Really cool. Just, like, overall, really good detailing. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Definitely better than the Snowspeeder. So, yeah. About, like, the only thing I could really complain on is this not being up on top. It seems a little weird. But, you know, and this is another one of those 2x2 inverted tiles. See how that's connected on there? Yeah, that's awesome. So I have another one of those to mess with now. So yeah. So far, out of the two of the three that I have built, this one's my favorite. So now we will move on to 75011. Alright, yeah, this one's awesome. This one is definitely worth picking up if you can. Go to Amazon because they're nice and cheap. And you know, if you buy all three, or you buy like at least two of them, most likely you're gonna get free shipping with a $35 purchase. So yeah, but this one, like, if you don't have it, it is worth picking up because it's awesome. So first, we're gonna go over the minifigure, as we should. Looks kind of like a regular rebel troop, and he pretty much is, except his head is different, so that does make him a unique minifigure. Because if we show you next to another one of his species, as you can see, he's kind of like an evil smile going on right here. So yeah, and the dots and the eyes, of course. So yeah, 2008 version. versus 2013 version. Not much of a difference, but you know, that head, I mean, he looks like he's having a good time blasting Imperial troops, so yeah. And then right there, printed piece, of course. Tontiv 4 Rebel Trooper, Alderaan, awesome. And same as the Snowspeeder in terms of base design. And then you've got Alderaan, again, like, take this piece off, throw it in there, and take your slew, like, even more extra pieces than there were in the B-Wing. I mean, goodness gracious. I'm not going to bother counting them, even though that wouldn't be hard. I just don't want to waste time. So yes, Alderaan is really, really good looking. I like that at a certain point they realized, you know, the Naboo one, they didn't match up very well. We should try and fix that. And they did do pretty well with Tatooine, and then they got to Endor, the moon of Endor. I don't think that one matches up exactly, but every single other one in the series matches up. Like, if there's a landmass that's going across the equator, it matches up pretty well. There might be a little bit of a printing issue, because, I mean, you can't get it perfect every time, but pretty darn close. And I approve. The only thing I could ever really find a complaint about is that you can tell right here in the image that there is some snow and stuff up there, and there is no snow and stuff up here. So, seeing as it is kind of like the most Earth-like planet, it's got like alpine mountains all over the place. So that and Naboo, they're like the most Earth-like planets that are in Star Wars. So yes. Anyway, now we get on to the big reason to get this thing. The Blockade Runner. It is like one of the most iconic ships in all of science fiction. I mean, like, you've got the Millennium Falcon, you've got the Enterprise, you've got the X-Wing, like the TIE Fighter. Like, a whole bunch of Star Wars ones, really. And then you got the Tontiv 4. I mean, it is the opening shot of Star Wars Episode 4, if I need to make that clear to you guys. It's the opening, like, ship of Star Wars. So, yeah. And this version looks awesome. The only thing I could find to complain about is that the engine color is not orange. It needs to be orange, and why did they not go with orange? It's like the only thing I can find to complain about. I love that they used this type of a brick for that, rather than going with individual 1x1 circular bricks. And come on, there we go. And it just attaches by like one little thing. It's awesome. Great design work, people. It's fantastic. And a recolor of the Fez piece. So you can actually give your Rebel Troop a Fez if you so desire. Not the best idea, though, in my opinion. I'm a little saddened that I don't have a Fez piece. Wait, gotta make sure that this is sitting correctly, because it will bother me. Almost there. Almost there. Got it. Alright, and this thing has got to be just right, too. There we go. So yeah, it comes with the little satellite radar dish pick 'em up device. I don't know what it's called. And a little turret up here. Turret can also turn if you need it to. So yeah, I mean, like, very solid design, I must say. There is really like nothing wrong with this other than the fact that these are yellow, and even then it still doesn't look bad. It works. It can be pulled off. But it is the one time where the very first micro version of the Rebel Blockade Runner from the Star Destroyer is actually superior. The orange right there. It makes a world of difference. It really does. And I think like maybe the turret is probably in the wrong spot on this one. But I mean, like comparing these two, I mean they look like they could be in the same universe. I mean it looks great. But this one is definitely superior. Like the angle right there is just slight little angle. It's not a super steep angle like it is on the cones. So yeah, I mean, I can't say anything bad about this. It's a little heavy, so you do have to put it back, like just pretty much almost all the way back. But yeah, like this, I think out of all of the ships in the planet sets, this one is definitely the best. So now let's get everybody out here so we can finish up this review. So here we have all 3 sets of the 4th and final planet sets series. In my opinion, not the best to go out with. I think that I think that the Series 1, that first one, was definitely the best in terms of each set really bringing it. So, yeah. But this one has the best ship out of all of them. So, and this B-Wing, it's pretty good in my opinion. I don't have all too many problems with it. I know some other people might, like, there might be a few things out of scale, but considering like the scale that they were working with and like the playability of it, I'm gonna overlook anything that would be kind of wrong with it. So yeah, this one definitely not the best, and also it was like the one with the lowest pieces. Now I don't know how many like if that is the lowest piece. No, it can't possibly be, because I'm looking right now. And I should really save this sort of information for the next video. I have already decided what the next video is going to be. It's just going to be an overview of all of the planet sets, which ones were the really good ones, which ones were bad, what kind of odd patterns were found. You know, just a thing. But yeah, definitely. If you are a collector and you live in the US and you still haven't gotten these, I would check Amazon right now because prices were pretty good. That's the main reason why I got these when I did. It was cheaper than going through Bricklink and paying like $75. Going through Amazon, I only had to pay just under $60. I mean, tax was just below $60, and we had free shipping because it was over $35. So yeah, definitely worth getting if you are a collector. If you are not a collector, I highly suggest though that you get this one. This one pretty much ties with the asteroid and the Death Star sets. I mean, it's superior, but if you had to choose one from each series, except for Series 2, like, definitely this one would work. So, yeah. Minifigures all are pretty good. Pieces were definitely great. Like, this one as well, like, there are nice, useful pieces that are in here. Nice, useful pieces. This one, not so much. That's why this one nobody ever really talks about. But, yeah, man, this one, you gotta get it. and I think I got it for $15 or $18, which is pretty good considering that, like, it's been over a year and it was never sold in the US. So definitely go out and get these if you are a collector. If not, get it, because I don't know how many times I can say it before I realize, like I did just now, that I am just rambling on saying the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, this has been MCLegoboy with the Series 4 Planet sets. See you guys.